Alright, what's up? One of my first guides I'm making so far, and it's because I see a lot of people talking down on Squire. I get a lot of people say that Squire is just not good or whatever. So I just wanted to try it. I always used to like Squire when I played Dungeon Defenders 1, and I wanted to see how many maps I could clear primarily using a Squire. So that's how I ended up here. The build's pretty fun. The idea is these harpoon towers go in the back, and they're covering both lanes. Then I slide over a bit out of the square compared to what I was usually doing, and I build a cannon tower. Then I'm going to continue the line of harpoons here. Just getting these guys in tight. And I'm lining them up somewhat with this these blocks, but doesn't matter if it's not perfect as long as, you know, one buff beam can hit all of them. So yep, so I'll just turn this. I want it to hit this lane, and these will clear out most of the spiders that come our way, which is good for us. Next up, I'm going to build a buff beam, and I'm just going to run it down the middle, make sure it's a 5.1, and there we go. We'll go ahead and upgrade our buff beam, called an overclock beam, and each of these we're going to take to 400. You'll be able to upgrade just about everything except for one. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw down a wall here. And I want this to be far enough away from the crystal so that elves don't cleave into me. And if elves cleave through your crystal, cleave through your wall into your crystal, that is bad for your health. And then last but not least, well, not last, I'm gonna go ahead and build a 1-point reflect beam over here. This will stop any spiders. A bunch of them spawn over here. And then I'm going to throw an ensnare aura. I want this to cover just this part of the lane. That way it's not needlessly getting worn down. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I only want it to cover the areas that get hit by, like, the mobs will be able to get shot by my turrets. Then the last part of this build, I'm going to throw an arcane tower, like, right here, and I'm purposefully turning this away from the lane. I only want it to kill spiders, and we'll just power that up a bit, and I was able to get that in just in time before I got trolled, but yeah, it's a pretty fun build. We are playing on pure strategy. You can turn hardcore on, but it won't do anything. It's nice to have some random people to play with, because you'll get more experience that way. Even though they'll do stuff like this, like not give you, you know, enough time to really build. But as you can see, I was able to get that done in 2 minutes. Take your time, though. You can line it up along these lines. And with the way this is set up, it's pretty AFK-able. I've done this build I've tried it about 4 or 5 times. This is the final version of it. But, yeah, it's pretty sweet. What we're doing on this map, this is Pure Strategy, Ancient Mines, Nightmare. We started on Wave 22, and what we're doing is we're trying to get to Wave 25 to unlock the, there's a giraffe. You can see I actually have one of the giraffes on the left, above my head. I can't actually point at it with my mouse cursor, but that's what we're looking for. It gives you some really nice buffs and stat buffs for your character. I have one on each of my builders. It's pretty solid. So, just big piles of stats, and it doesn't hurt your move speed, so if you're like me and you're trying to work on campaigns, this can be a good way to still get those stats while not getting your speed halved. Like, there's a pet called Mist of Mine that it halves your speeds, but gives you really solid stats, so yeah, I'm just here, and I'm just gonna farm. What I'm doing here on this map is I'm gonna farm a bunch of these giraffes until each of my builders has like a semi-decent giraffe, and that'll help me clear other maps. So this is the second map of Nightmare, so if you wanted to replicate this on Insane, Medium, or Easy, or Hard, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I have no idea if it works on Massacre or not. I have not made it there yet, but yeah, pretty solid. And with how well it's working, even with me being partially AFK, I'm sure even if you have less stats than I do, you'd be able to pretty handily still send this. You might not, and it might not be as AFK-able, but you could come down and like repair your wall, and let your wall go down low in health, and just go ahead and toss like a power upgrade into it. So yeah, it's a pretty solid build. I'm having fun with it. I want to see what maps I can actually accomplish with my Squire. Just because, you know, usually you see a mage fulfilling that role. But yeah, it's a good time. And let me know what you think of the build. I'll probably be time skipping. I'll probably be time skipping into fast forwarding, and I'll show you the giraffe, and then I'll pull open my inventory and show some of the giraffes that I've gotten, and just so you can see what you can kind of expect and what a good giraffe might be from a pure strategy Nightmare Ancient Minds run. Alright, so we have fast forwarded through time, space, and COVID, and we have arrived to the end of Wave 25. As you can see, it held up. I didn't really change much. We just prioritized upgrades here, and then in the middle of the wave, if you're struggling, you can upgrade these barricades while you're in the wave, and that'll bring them back to full health. I'll do it real quick right here. You can see it's back at full. And run around, pick up your loot. And then the reason why we're here, actually our build is completely covered by these towers, but it's the last wave, so it doesn't matter. We'll just sell them to make room, so we can see the goods. And let's pop open our chest here. We got a... loot this. So I got a legendary giraffe. So these are pretty decent. This one is kind of... comparing it to the one I have equipped now, it's definitely a little worse, but just a little bit. And if you have absolutely nothing, like yeah, I have a much better one. So you see this mythical one on the left, much better than this. I got that one from this run, or from a previous run, and then this guy, I actually have a level 83 on one. But you can kind of see what the stats will look like if you get an 83 one. But for the most part, we're here. If you get a mythical one, that'll probably be better. You'll be able to upgrade it way higher. But if you just have absolutely nothing, you know, this is probably going to be better. And so like here... upgrading from this uncommon giraffe to this one is just a huge boost for this character. Am I wearing here primitive? Maybe I can find some upgrades for this guy. But that's aside from the point. This is how we do this strategy. Let me know what you think about it, or how you feel. If it works for you, great, let me know in the comments. And I am always happy to be trying out new games and having a good time here. So we are going to switch maps, and look out for me on the next video.